times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you never leave. Strap my lungs, then we puffin' through with that right. But giving them some stories, they come back like manic this, manic that, while you crawling to me.
Okay guys, and welcome back to the channel. And yes, I know I haven't posted for a few weeks now, nearly a month, but today's the day I'm going to reveal to you the car I got. So let me go over a story of what happened and the reason I got this car before I show you what car I got. So the reason I got this car was purely because I drove down in my E60. I went to a BMW dealers in Lincoln. I was actually going there for an F series, a 340i, a 16 plate. I got there and went in the car. I didn't like the way it drove, and when I got in, the guy told me it didn't even have electric seats, and that was a no-no for me. It was a nice car, very quick, obviously new technology, and I was planning to buy it, and that was 16,995. When I got back with it, I told the guy I didn't like it, and I was after a specific car. We then got round the corner as we were walking around. I'd waited 3 hours. When he took me round the back, he presented to me a car that apparently the owner had dumped off with them. The guy got sick of it because his warranty had run out. He didn't have the money to pay for the repairs that BMW done for the diagnosis. They couldn't find the problem. The guy didn't want to collect the car because he was sick of the issues it was having. The guy's warranty had run out. They had rejected the claim for his warranty to make the payment for the car. It was a load of papers with the car that the guy had left in the glove box. Apparently it was at his girlfriend's. The guy was just completely sick of the car and got completely sick of it. He left it with BMW. It was there for a week. BMW then sold it to me and told me that I would have no issues, which I didn't. I received the logbook, which is like the title for the car. I got all the paperwork, and I had to make another key because BMW only had one key for it. But they didn't rectify the issue. They had diagnosed it. The warranty rejected it. The guy didn't want to pay the amount, which was £4,500. So in the end, I ended up buying this car, and I only actually gave them £4 for it because they only wanted back the expenses for the repairs. As they told the guy they were going to sell it, the guy said do whatever. It had a high battery drain problem. It had a load of other issues. Obviously with BMW, the way the warranty works, if it doesn't throw a fault code and it doesn't have a diagnosis code that comes up in ISTA, they will not, and I mean not, cover it by warranty, and the person will have to pay for the diagnosis and the part if they find it, unless they get a diagnosis code with ISTA. Therefore the warranty will be rejected. So I'm going to go to you and I'm going to show you the car I actually purchased. Now I'm going to say right now, I did badmouth this car. I'm very honest about that, and I bought this car after I'd driven it. It's completely changed my mind, and now I will be the defender of this car everywhere, be it the forums or on YouTube, because this car is not a bad car if properly maintained like any other BMW. And I have done everything to it. I am showing you this video late, but we have recorded everything that this car's needed doing. I am going to go over a lot of the issues this car had and what I've addressed on it, and then I'm going to tell you the reason why I bought it. And I actually got it very, very cheap, the cheapest in the whole UK, for £4, and it was on a BMW dealer site. I've got the original invoice from the first buyer of it, and I've got all the other invoices from BMW. This car has been in BMW all its life up until 2016 for warranty. The last guy had replaced the coils, the spark plugs just before I purchased it, trying to find the problems with this car, and it just wouldn't go away. I got it, I found the issue, fixed it, and I'm very, very happy with it. And as I said, I did knock this car, and anyone who does own it, like I said, I agree with you now. It is a bit overhyped, but at the same time, like I said, it is a very good car, and now I will be the defender of this car, and I'm very happy that I did get this car in the end. So let's go over it, and I'm going to show you the car I purchased for the channel, and this will now stay on the channel. I know a lot of you guys will be happy I actually picked this car. Okay guys, so are you ready now to see the car that we actually purchased for the channel? So I'm going to go ahead and show you the car we actually purchased for the channel. And as I said, this is going to be a car that's going to be a long time on the channel now, and it's going to be a forever car, the same as my other car that I've got and the other one that I've got. And this is going to be the reason why this channel should get to where we need it to get to. And this is going to be the car, obviously, when we plan to do the meets with all the subscribers on this channel, this will be the one that we're going to be bringing with us as well. So let me show you what car it is. So now I'm going to show you what car it is we have. So as you'll see there, it's the E60 M5 in Silverstone blue. Now this is the car I ended up going to BMW Lincolnshire and ended up picking up when I wasn't meant to. I was meant to come back with an F series, a 340i, a black one, a 2016 plate, but we ended up getting this. The reason I purchased this was because it was going very, very cheap. When they told me the price, it was a no-brainer. I took it out for a test drive. The moment I took this car out for a test drive, I loved every moment of it, and I do not regret buying this car. It's still got the original back boxes on it. Nothing's been tampered with. We have done a hell of a lot to this car. It's a Silverstone blue BMW M5. When I purchased the car, it was on 98k. I bring it back quite far, and no, it hasn't had the rod bearings done. No, it hasn't had any of that. You'll see it's got the CSL wheels on it all round, and not the original M5 alloys. Someone put them on with all brand new tyres as well. The interior is actually really, really good condition. Like I said, this has had quite a few owners, and that was the reason why BMW could not put this on their used car sales, because it had a lot of owners. It's had 7 owners previously to me. And I've got all the invoices for this car and all the receipts, and this car has been under warranty all its life. The reason they couldn't sell it is because you can't offer a warranty of this car anymore. But this car, every owner that's had it, I've seen adverts with the original number plate on the internet, and if I was to give you guys the original number plate, you'd see it was even on a motorsport company's website and being advertised for sale. It's got everything that you would expect from the M5, the electric steering column, the electric seats, the active bolsters, the heated and vented seats, the sunroof, everything. And this is why I picked this car, because it comes so fully loaded with every memory function on the drivers and passengers, all the seat bolsters. It's even got the TV function. Someone actually retrofitted, if I open the door here, TVs in the rear here as well. It had a freebie box in the back, as well as with a PlayStation 2. Don't know why anyone would fit that, as well as a DVD player, wireless headphones. I did remove all that because that was the cause of the battery drain from being retrofitted. We just got to find new headrests to put them back to normal, but it's got the TVs in there, they still work. But apart from that, guys, this is the car. We have an M5, and I know a lot of you will be happy. This is a lot of people's dream car. The channel has made itself known for the Bmw E60 M5, and that is what I plan on keeping it. Now, if a lot of you guys ain't aware, there is no lights on the dash either, because we've sorted it. And as you guys know, the SMG pump prime when you get in these, and they do lock in first gear as well, which you can see up there. We'll put that on, and we'll just move it to neutral, which is now in neutral. And now we're going to start the car. And as you see there, it's got no lights on the dash. This has also got the high beam assist, this car as well. I did install all the LED bulbs, and as well as the window deflectors, if you guys would have noticed. I've managed to install everything. We do have the tele function, as you'll see up here. We'll go into TV, and it does work depending on what connection I'm in. It's got no signal at the moment, but it does work. I was watching it on the way back. Apart from that, this car, as you see, is on 100,123. It just clocked 100,000 with me, so it was low mileage. But there you have it, guys. This is the BMW E60 M5, and I know a lot of you guys, it's your dream car. I know a lot of guys do really like this car, and I know it's going to be accepted on this channel because it's another E60 and there's still a lot of stuff to do here. I just want to show you one thing that ain't working, which you guys will be happy that I'm going to do a video on, is this. The electric steering column don't work, guys. And that's the motor on the column, which I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair that. I did say to you I did that on my other E60. I'll be showing you how to do that on that. In the glove box, we have in there the dention gateway, as you'll see. This has all been retrofitted as well with the iPod. We've got everything fitted in this car. The dention gateway, which is the 500, which was already fitted when I got it. This car was so fully loaded. I was so shocked when I got it and found all this stuff in it. But as I say, guys, this is the car I have picked, and I'm very, very happy with it. As I said, I did knock this car for many, many months since I started YouTube. Anyone remember the video I had up? And you know what? I knocked it based on what everyone was saying on this car. But let me just assure you, once you overhaul everything, this car becomes ultra reliable. And the reason a lot of these people on YouTube say this car isn't reliable is because I've realised a lot of them that own this car rely on the dealers and cannot repair this car themselves. They don't know how to, they don't want to, and that's why they give it a bad name saying it's unreliable, because they're spending untold money and would only have this car on warranty. Where what I do, I managed to repair all the cars, which I have done, which I've recorded all the videos for you guys. What was happening with this car was it was very neglected, because they couldn't claim a warranty unless someone was really failed it through a check engine light and give them a diagnosis code. They couldn't claim. So where they couldn't claim, what would happen would be that they would just leave the part unattended and leave it to fail and cause more and more issues until a big problem come up where the warranty would pay for it. And that's the majority of people that actually own these cars and what I've learned about them. When people have them on warranty, they will actually sit there and wait until the part fails. That's the only time they care, is when to replace the part as if it's under warranty, when parts are very cheap for this car already. But because it's in my hands, I've managed to overhaul this car already for less than £1,000. I managed to replace every single part on it, and like I said, the car runs absolutely perfect. I could not fault this car whatsoever, and it's probably one of the best cars I've ever owned, and it's the only car I plan on keeping. It's the E60 M5, the top car you can actually get with the only V10 engine. And you guys know me, I'm very naturally aspirated. That was another reason why I didn't want a 340i, because of the turbocharged. I'm a naturally aspirated guy and I love the naturally aspirated engines. And like I said, this car runs like a dream. And like I did say, I knocked this car, and I'm not going to sit here and lie. I knocked this car, but now after owning one, after driving one, after working on one, do I regret it? Hell no. And do I regret knocking the car? Yes, I do. And I apologize for anyone who's actually got this car and I meant any offense to it, because this car is actually a very, very good car and very, very powerful. It's not the fastest in the world and by today's standards, but back in its time it was still a quick car, and it is still quick when you consider that this car's capable of doing 204 miles per hour compared to most cars on the road, which still will cost you probably about 70 to 80 grand still today to go and buy to get that speed out of a car, where this car for half the price, which is even to buy them now for around 12, 18 grand, you could still get a 200 miles per hour car, which I know this car is loved and cherished by a lot of enthusiasts like myself who like to work on this car, who know this car. And like I say, I do know this engine very, very well, and where it's electronic, it pays off very, very well for this channel, because a lot of electronics fail, which we have to use this stuff very deeply, which is going to help you guys, especially on the S65 and S85, as I know it's a very common car in the US. So there you have it, guys. This is the E60 M5, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this now on the channel, because this is going to be the new car. This is going to be the videos we are going to be doing. I know a lot of you guys probably wanted me to buy another M52, but I did say to you guys it wasn't going to happen, purely because I've got all the videos there and I don't like doing repeat work. Cars don't very rarely get problems like they do in the US. Like I said, this car's on 100k on still the original rod bearings, and this is what you get a lot of the time in the UK. Most of these cars are on 120, 130k with still the original rod bearings and no wear in them, because people do the oil analysis, and it still has no issues even as today. And I know in the US it's a big thing, but here in the UK it's not, and therefore they carry on driving them as long as you change your oil on time, which people do here. And this car has had its oil changed rigorously by BMW. I mean, I've even got receipts for going to BMW dealer just for an oil top up for this car, which cost the guy £20 just to have his oil topped up. As you guys know, these cars like to drink oil. Everything now is fully functional, and I hope the guy who we got this from is actually watching, which is Andy in the BMW dealer in Lincoln. I am going to be doing a video breaking down all the receipts and how much everything costs, especially and me on the price of the car. But apart from that, guys, I bought the cheapest M5 V10 supercar in the UK by any standards. Now, these, even as spares and repairs, don't go for 4 grand. I just got very lucky because the owner didn't want to take it back. BMW weren't asking for anything because he didn't owe them anything. All they wanted was their repair bill money, which the guy didn't want to pay out for. And I think realistically, he was running a rich man's car without actually the money. He was trying to live on the warranty and didn't have the money to pay for this car. And many of them come up spares and repairs on eBay needing the same stuff, and people just don't have the money to actually repair it because they don't get enough in a wage. And with the crisis the way it is at the moment, that's another reason why people can't afford it. I bought this during the lockdown, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I bought it during the lockdown, and the reason, that was another reason I got it cheap, because of the crisis, they knew they weren't going to be able to sell this car at the moment with everything the way it was going, so they just wanted rid of it, and they got their money back, which they're very happy with. You know, I helped the dealer out, and they also helped me out. Like I said, it did have a lot of owners. It was not a car they could end up selling. It was not a car that they could even give to another company to sell on their forecourt. Because of the amount of owners, it would be a hard car to sell. So I got there, they showed me this car, I bought it, and I'm very happy with it. For 4 grand, you can't knock it. I come back with a lot of money in my pocket after having planned to go and buy a car for 16 grand, come back with this, and this delivers on everything I actually want, and a lot better than a 340i. And you know what, guys? I don't care what anyone says, I did knock this car, but this car now can't be knocked, and I will now be the defender of the BMW E60 M5 and that legendary V10 engine. And that, guys, I swear to you, and I do mean that, I swear by this car and this engine. If properly maintained and properly treated, this engine is solid and does not go wrong. So there you have it, guys. I've just shown you now the BMW E60 M5. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed a new car that's going to be on the channel. Now we've actually released the car to you guys, I am going to be releasing all the videos showing you what we've actually gone through since owning the car, because I have a lot of videos. The only video I didn't record was changing the pulleys and draining the coolant, which I had the radiator out, and it was full of hay where it had been on the beach or some kind of seaside all its life, but it had been garaged all its life, so it doesn't have rust, and the bodywork is actually mint. I do need to give it a wash, which I'll probably be doing on a video showing you guys how I polish this and how I wash it, because we're going back to scratch with another E60. And as I said, there's many things still need doing on this car, which I will be showing you guys. This thing has only had the minor little things done, but this car has a very clean MOT history, and I'm very proud of this car. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the new car. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to reveal it, but this is it, guys, and this does apply to the M6 as well, and it also applies to the M3, which is the baby cousin of the S85's engine. Thank you very much for watching. This BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.